Hi, I'm Sharon Tang, and this is the evening highlights. Second Finance Minister Datuk Sri Ahmad Husni Hanatslah says Budget 2016 could be tweaked if oil prices were to recover. That would mean a bigger allocation for the ordinary Malaysian. Budget 2016 assumed Brent oil prices at $48 a barrel. So to justify a review, Husni says oil prices will need to stabilise at that level and rise even further. The oil and gas sector has been bleeding, with over 200,000 jobs slashed worldwide since the price of crude collapsed. Last year, Brent was trading at about $100 a barrel. Today, it's hovering at about 50. The lower oil prices had prompted the government to revise Budget 2015 in January. The revision would be a welcome one if you asked Pakatan Harapan. The coalition says that Malaysians will be paying an average of nearly 28,000 ringgit in taxes per household under Budget 2016. According to PKR Secretary General Rafizi Ramli, oil revenues are falling, which is why the Najib administration is shifting the burden of taxes from the big oil and gas players to the ordinary man on the street.
Tahun depan, kerajaan akan mengutip 13 bilion ringgit tambahan daripada cukai yang selama ini dikutip daripada rakyat. Jika ini diagregatkan mengikut isi rumah dengan anggaran satu keluarga pada puratanya mempunyai 5 orang, ibu, ayah dan 3 orang anak, bermakna negara kita mempunyai 6 juta isi rumah. Hasil daripada kutipan tahun depan bermakna setiap keluarga Malaysia pada puratanya membayar cukai sebanyak RM27,857 setahun.
He says that makes the extra BRIM allocation a pittance in comparison. According to his calculations, that's just 14 cents a day per family. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak tabled the national budget for next year last Friday. Budget 2016 will also see the wealthy paying higher taxes. Not all experts are on board with the proposal, but OCBC Malaysia CEO Ong Eng Bin says only 17,000 individuals will be affected, and it's certainly not going to affect their spending power. Under the new spending plan for next year, those earning 600,000 ringgit and above a year will have to pay more in taxes. Some tax experts say this is going to cause talent and investors to flee. Ong doesn't agree.
So it's not going to lead to brain drain or whatever, but I think it's part of sharing the burden. And I think across the world you talk about inequality and all that. So the rich have to do their part.
According to Ong's estimates, the government should be collecting about 400 million ringgit in taxes per year from this particular segment. Moving on, the Public Accounts Committee's got 5 replacement members today. They were brought in to take the place of those who had moved to government positions in the last cabinet reshuffle. 4 are BN legislators and 1 is from PAS. The BN lawmakers are Datuk Dr. Makin alias Marcus Mojigo, Datuk Ahmad Hamzah, Datuk Nawawi Ahmad and Datuk Ko Nai Kwong. The solely new opposition representative is Datuk Taqiyuddin Hassan. We managed to speak with the PAS Secretary General in the Parliament lobby, and he says he supports a suggestion that PAC members take an oath of secrecy to prevent leaks of confidential information.
Jadi kami jawab kepada ahli PAC untuk mereka ni tidak not to disclose too much, not to expose too much. Saya rasa ini satu tanggungjawab besar kepada ahli PAC termasuk saya yang baru jawab.
The suggestion comes after PAC member and 1MDB critic Tony Phua was accused of leaking confidential information related to 1MDB to the Wall Street Journal. With the new appointments, the PAC now has 14 members. And speaking of 1MDB, City Hall has given the go-ahead to turn a former airbase in Sungai Bersi, the country's first international airport, into a mixed development city. 1MDB is the master developer for this project. It's planning to redevelop the 194-hectare site into Bandar Malaysia, a transit-oriented development about 7 kilometres from KLCC. Upon completion, Bandar Malaysia will be Kuala Lumpur's gateway for the high-speed rail to Singapore. There are also plans to provide new highway connections to link Bandar Malaysia to other areas within Greater KL. The project is being undertaken by the fund's subsidiary 1MDB Real Estate. It's currently finalising its development partners list and aims to complete the entire process before the end of the year. 1MDB holds a 100% stake in 1MDB Real Estate. The property arm is also undertaking the TRX project along Jalan Tun Razak in Kuala Lumpur. Digi.com's third quarter earnings took quite a hit. That's because of intense competition, weak consumer sentiment from the GST and higher progressive depreciation from its network expansion exercise. The country's third largest telco provider recorded about 340 million ringgit in net profit, down almost 20% from a year ago. Revenue also fell down 5% to 1.67 billion. Going forward, its CEO Alban Murty says the industry is in challenging times, but he's still upbeat on its prospects.
I think one of the things is exactly what you said, which is, to stay in this position, you need to be profitable and you need to continuously look at innovative ways in finding both revenue growth but also cost management issues.
Despite the weaker earnings, DG has declared an interim dividend of 5.1 cent a share, payable on December 4th, 2015. And that's a wrap for this edition of Evening Highlights. I'm Sharon Tang. Thanks for watching.